Hey everybody, happy Monday morning to you guys. It's raining here. Kind of that on and off little sporadic rain, so not dumping a whole lot, but it is definitely like cooling down. And as the weather cools, I kind of get into that, that cocoon mode that we all kind of get into. And I realized as I was going through my supplies that I literally do not have any beads, which is exactly the place kind of that I want it to be, because as you guys know, I'm doing like a major destash, and I am putting things into the Etsy store that I'm destashing. So I thought today, because I don't have a lot of beads to do the bead work on the spines for the new journals, that I would glean some beads from other things that I have. Now I have a beaded necklace that I really do love. I did try and sell this, I think, on Etsy, and it didn't sell, so I've got that to work with, as well as a lot of beaded upholstery trim. Now this is really super pretty, you can see that, but these are all beads that I can use. So I'm going to be de-beading my upholstery trim, and I also have some right here that I will de-bead. I'm also going to kind of tear apart this necklace and see about the bits and pieces that I can use from this necklace. I think this necklace was from maybe a churchyard sale. I also don't have like a receptacle for these beads, so we're just going to really quickly build a little bead receptacle out of a couple of boxes that I had. I repurposed, reinvented, redid some greeting cards, and I just had these greeting card boxes left. So let's kind of look at this and see how I can sort of cut this apart and make it useful for this new bead collection that I am harvesting this morning. I guess we can call it harvesting, right? Because we're kind of tearing something apart and making it into something else. So right now I just want to tear this box apart, and maybe my idea here is to create some dividers, and I think that is what I'm gonna do. I do like the I do like this box, but there comes a time in your life where you cannot keep every box that you like, because you'll just be overwhelmed with like way too many boxes. All right, so I definitely see some score lines here, and I'm thinking, do I want to use those score lines and maybe put some, just arrange some dividers in here? Hey, Tammy, why don't you just use a plastic whatever? Because it's plastic, and I'm trying to kind of be a little more mindful about the purchase of plastic. I'm already really very, I'm already super mindful about it. I don't like plastic, and I will do whatever I can to see. That's going to work out beautifully. All right, let's do this side over here. Kind of just do the same thing. That really worked out nicely. Let's see, how was I doing this? Like this. So we'll cut this and this. And maybe use the smaller pieces for smaller dividers. We'll figure out a way to make it work. Okay, I think I'm going to grab double stick tape. I think that's going to be the best thing to do here. Okay, so I've made like little, I can make 3 this way and maybe do a couple here, and then I'll have 6 dividers. So let me grab some double stick tape. We'll put that on the bottom. Just make things work, right? So you don't always have to buy stuff to make stuff. can usually find a substitute, or you guys know how I am about using what you have. Use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. That's the old Depression era thought there. And I'm really good at figuring out how to kind of use what I have. I grew up like that. Use what you have. Last night for dinner, I had a cold plate. I really didn't have like a lot of food, and I really didn't want to make. I mean, I had food to cook, but I didn't want to cook. Chris was playing at a winery, and I really did not want to cook dinner. I had a cold plate, and I loved it. I had a little bit of ham. So I put some ham on a plate. I picked a couple baby tomatoes from outside. So I had some, what we used to call in the South, tomatos. I had tomato tomatoes. So I cut those up. I had a little bit of blue cheese salad dressing, so I used that. Cucumbers. I had a cucumber on my cucumber plant. Cucumbers, tomatoes, a little bit of ham, salad dressing for dipping. I had some cheese, just some cheddar cheese. So I blocked that up and put it on the plate, and it was absolutely delicious. Oh, and I had some egg salad. So instead of having a sandwich, I had a cold plate. Use it up, wear it out, make it do without, right? It worked out great. All right, we have almost completed our little divider here. Gotta say, I never thought it would turn out this well, but it did. Yay. I didn't get these like quite the right size. I didn't divide everything evenly, but it's really not going to matter for this little project whether it's even or not. Got one more divider to make right here. And then we'll be ready. Oh, shoot. I cut the bottom off that. Shouldn't have done that. Luckily, I've got one left. It's a little too big. There we go. That works. I think, going through your art supplies and turning what you have into something else it really gives you a lot of satisfaction and a lot of validation. So, if you need beads, are you going to immediately hop on Amazon and order beads? That's not my first... that's not my go-to. I'm going to figure out some other way to do things other than, immediately hopping online and purchasing something. So let's set that aside over here. And let's start crafting on these beads and see what we can get done. I know that some of these beads are not going to quite fit on a, on a needle, on a threading needle, but that's okay. I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it. So let's do these first. You guys might remember that I was using upholstery trim on. Okay, so these are pink. I think I'm just gonna kind of, you know, I was gonna divide them by colors, but I don't think I am. I'm going to divide them by how they came off the trim. So this has kind of got a pink and blue. There's a little bit of gold here. But instead of separating that, I'm just going to put it all together. I think that'll work just fine. These tiny little gold beads are seed beads, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I do have a recycled plastic project that I'm working on, and I think something like that might be appropriate to make crystal balls. I'm making some crystal balls with beads. I'll show that to you this week. It's kind of a takeoff on Jenny Belly's Bauble Balls. If you've ever seen that video, good grief, it is awesome. But I'm going to do some crystal balls. I think crystal balls would be fun. Just a fun project for Halloween. Okay, it's going to be the last thing I'm going to take off this one. I'm doing, after I get finished here, I'm doing an ASMR video where I'm going to finish up processing these with no music or chatter or anything. And then, you know, you have the ribbon left. And this is a nice hunk of ribbon here. So I'm definitely going to be able to use that for some projects. I love these. You've got these super tiny little butterflies. See them? They're so pretty. I don't have a white piece. Oh, wait. Hold on. See? They're really pretty. And these are just, I mean, these are like crystals, Swove or whatever that is. I'm sure they're not the real thing. They're, you know, like a plastic knockoff. Still super cool. The flight pattern has changed over. We live about 8 minutes from the airport, and the flight pattern has changed, and we have planes flying over all the time now. Which I don't really mind. It doesn't bother me. We have interesting planes. There's one that is a satellite plane. That's really funky looking when you see that one coming. All right, let's move along to another bead strand. Sorry. I've got the croaky throat. All right, this one's really pretty, and this had like a satin finish here. So let's just go ahead and start taking this one apart. See if we can make it land in here. So, you know, I think the takeaway from today's video is use what you have. Repurpose, reinvent, redo, renew what you have on hand before you hit that Amazon button, right? That's going to be some really pretty ribbon to play with. Okay. This is a great rainy day project, y'all. I got both the puppies out this morning for a walk. There we go. That last little seed bead is a little bit hard. Okay, so we got some nice beads going here. Now let's... This is the one I was really excited about. I think I got this like at a... I got it at a church yard sale. And I thought, this is crazy funky, and people are going to love this, and I'm going to be able to resell it. No, didn't happen like that. I'm again just going to put everything, but the beads are actual, I mean, they're gemstones. So they're definitely going to look super cool on bead spawns. The only hitch in the giddy up when you use stones like this is that they add a lot of weight to a book. If you use a bunch of them, you know, I won't be using a whole lot of them. And we'll take a closer look at them when I get them all pulled off here. There we go. All right, next thing we need to do is work on the necklace. But look how pretty these are. I know that's not hematite, but it has like kind of that look of hematite. Can you guys see? And this really does look like jade. I know it's not. Or jasper, maybe. It was a very, very heavy necklace. Oh, it's going to make a nice addition. You know, and if I decide, you know, to even make a few, you know, just make some gemstone bracelets for that Etsy store or something like that. These will make a great addition along with these pretty little crystal pieces right here. Let's see if we can tackle this necklace. And I did get out my pliers. There's a lot going on here. This is one of those waterfall necklaces. You know, you can see how really pretty it is. I would wear something like this if I were younger and kind of wanted to accentuate my neckline. When you're 64, you kind of probably steer away from things like that. But you know, basically what you have is like 4 necklaces in one. I think what I'm going to do is kind of try to, you know, sort of flatten this. It's cool because it has like that little extension on it, and you know, I can even see like using something like this for mixed media. I do have some mixed media packages, again, going in the Etsy store because I'm clearing some things out. So, you know, anything like a chain would be very cool as a metallic element for, you know, an assemblage or something like that. So I can kind of see how this is looking right here. Let's go ahead and remove this from here, from the lobster clasp. And I'm just going to set that to the side because I don't know if I might use that. You know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing that this would make, you know what it would make really great? Accent pieces for witching bottles. The feng shui corner setters that I've been making. So I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to kind of keep this one just like it is. Okay, let's get our little organizing box over here. It's kind of like you're making your own toy box, you know? You're curating your own toy box, making some things. All right. Love these pieces too. I think these pieces would make kind of cool dangles. Of course, I mean, you have all these jump rings and things. You could do something with. I should have gotten out my other tool. So I'm not going to be able to get that. I think we were working over here, right? Now I don't remember. I don't think we were. Yeah, I think we were on the other side. I wonder if it would just... Oh. Who needs tools? Okay, so all these are like beads. So let's put these in like a different compartment. Let's put these over here. Oh my gosh. See? We got so many cool things to work with, y'all. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. This is also strung on cording, which I just think is really interesting. And these pieces are like, they look like coins. It's really super cool. It's like it has a Roman-ish kind of feel to it. Very pretty. All right, guys. I'm going to sit here and finish up this little project, go downstairs, grab me another cup of coffee, and I hope that you guys found this like informative or helpful. If you did, if it encouraged you to kind of repurpose your stash of things you have in order to not click that, you know, click that buy now button. If you would consider leaving me a tip, that would be awesome. You can just click the thanks in the little scroll bar down at the bottom and send me a thanks, and I get 70% of my tips. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it inspired you. See you later. Bye.